Jalen Brunson has ice in his veins, boy. All that and much more on the Knicks Digest. What's up, guys? It's your boy Dariel. Let's get right to today's game. Listen, guys, I can go so many different ways with this video. I could talk about Jalen Brunson's heroics. I can talk about Ariel Hukporti playing great. I can talk about Mikal Bridges no more having that hitch in his shot. I could talk about the defense that we played on Cam Thomas. There's so many different ways that can go with this video. But I'm going to start off with the captain. I'm going to start off with not Jalen Brunson. I'm starting off with Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson. 37 points, 12 of 20 from the field, 3 of 8 from three-point line, converting 10 of his 12 free throws, finishing the game with 3 rebounds and 7 assists. When we needed him most, when the lights were on the brightest, this guy had Dorian Finney-Smith on the wing and just simply pulled up for 3. I thought he was going to take it to the rim, but the audacity of that shot. Now, first and foremost, we were up by 20 at one point in the game, I think at the third quarter, so this game never should have been close. I'm super happy that we got this win. Now we're back to 500, 6-6, especially after that loss coming off on Wednesday against the Bulls where it should have been a W. I hated Josh Hart that night for like not even 24 hours, but for maybe like a half hour. I hated Josh Hart because we squandered away an amazing cat game. We squandered away an amazing opportunity to just galvanize the team to get that W where we were down by 20 at one point. But that's neither here nor there. Refocusing on tonight's game. We were up by 20 in the third quarter, and the game should have been done. It felt like the game should have been over so many times, but with the amount of challenges that the Brooklyn Nets team called, with the amount of timeouts, with the amount of fouls, the Brooklyn Nets were able to get back into the game, and they were able to make it a game. And when we needed him most, Jalen Brunson came through in the clutch, and that's why he's a solidified top 10 player in the league. That's why he's a solidified, in my opinion, top 3, if not 2, if not the best point guard in the league. Now, one thing I do want to bring up is Jalen Brunson, his play as of late. And Jalen Brunson has been getting, I don't want to say flack, but this is kind of something that's reoccurring with Jalen Brunson. At the beginning of every season, it's a slow start for him. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm not sure if he's just trying to ease his way into the offense. I'm not sure, especially this season with the addition of Cat, with the addition of his buddy Mikal Bridges. I'm not sure if he's just trying to like take a back seat, make sure that everybody feels comfortable before he really starts taking over. But the last couple games, it seems like he's a little bit out of his slump. Tonight I mentioned 37 points. Of course, Cat not playing tonight with that knee contusion. Deuce also not playing. I believe it's an illness or he had an injury as well. But this was a perfect opportunity for Jalen Brunson to really just get out of his slump, come out of his shell, and remind everybody that it's his team. And that's a conversation that I'm seeing a lot on the internet. Cat's playing amazing right now. But there is some conversation talking about how this should be Cat's team, and we need to slow down. Shout out the Rocks. Know your role and shut your mouth. Because this is Jalen Brunson's team. It's always going to be Jalen Brunson's team. And we need Cat as a second best player because we've seen Cat as the best player on the team. All those years with the Minnesota Timberwolves, what has he done as the best player on the team? You can make the argument that Cat's most successful seasons as a Timberwolf was when Anthony Edwards made that ascension and then Cat was the number 2. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about tonight's game again. Something else I want to talk about. I want to talk about Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges, 22 points, 9 of 17 from the field, 4 of 7 from three-point line, finishing the game with 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and that amazing block at the end of the game. But 9 of 17 from the field, 4 of 7 from three-point line. Is the hitch still there? I don't understand why people are still bringing that up. Like, yeah, the hitch was there for the first couple games, and it looks like he reverted back to his old ways. But Mikal Bridges, this is what I want to see from Mikal Bridges. And it just seems like tonight was a great glimpse of what we can see from Mikal Bridges moving forward. But the thing is, Cat wasn't playing. So, of course, Cat not playing, everybody else has to step up. We saw Jalen Brunson step up. Mikal Bridges stepped up as I'm talking about it right now. But when Cat comes back, we need Mikal Bridges to be implemented into the offense just more smoothly. More times than not, I'm seeing Mikal Bridges just off to the side, standing in the corner or standing on the wing. And for the amount of stuff that we gave up for Mikal Bridges, 5 first rounders, Like, we need him to be more of an essential part of the offense. So I'm loving what I see from Mikal Bridges. We need to see that more often. OG Anunoby, what else can I say? 25 points, 10 of 17 from the field, 1 of 8 from three-point line, which isn't great. Converting 4 of his 5 free throws, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. OG Anunoby, his start to this season is amazing. It's chef's kiss, and he's just showing why he's always in the conversation for one of, if not the best perimeter defender in the league. Josh Hart had a stellar game, 14 points, 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from three-point line, converting 6 of his 6 free throws. I think a big takeaway from this game is the play of Ariel Hukporti and Jericho Sims, more specifically Hukporti. With Cat out, Jericho Sims started the game, but you saw that Ariel Hukporti was in for more of the game. Ariel Hukporti finished with 30 minutes. Jericho Sims finished with 18 minutes. So even though Jericho Sims started the game, Ariel Hukporti was the one that ended the game, and Ariel Hukporti was the one that played more minutes. So with Cat being out, this is a perfect opportunity for Hukporti or Jericho Sims to show Coach Tibbs that what they're able to contribute to the team and to show that they can trust them. And it seems like Coach Tibbs is leaning on Ariel Hukporti more and more. And I'm not against it, man. Jericho Sims, I think he's year 4. I think he's 26 years old. And at this point, we've seen what Jericho Sims is gonna be. We've seen who he is. And he's just running out there, setting screens, rebounding, but I don't feel like I feel like he's playing like Deuce was playing the beginning part of last season, where he's playing to not make a mistake. And that is one thing that I absolutely hate. I hate players out there looking to play, but are playing to not make a mistake. Go out there and contribute to the team, man. When you get the ball at the high post, don't just automatically look to go for your DHO. Don't just look to automatically go set the screen. Slip the screen. There were a lot of moments in tonight's game where Ariel Hukporti, he went to go set the screen, and Jalen Brunson was about to get doubled, and Ariel Hukporti could have easily slipped the screen and just go down the lane and probably dunk it, or just get a nice and one. And time again, I'm seeing Ariel Hukporti, I'm seeing Jericho Sims not taking advantage of that opportunity. If you have the ball, man, your first thought should always be to look at the rim and try to make something happen. Whether it's for you, whether it's for your teammates. When you get the ball, don't automatically look to pass it. Don't automatically look to see if any other players are around you. When you get the ball, look at the rim, man. I never understood why players don't have that mentality. I was always under the mentality of when I catch the ball, I'm looking to score, or I'm looking just to put the ball on the floor to see what I can do. If I'm either going to take a shot, if I'm going to put the ball on the floor, or if I'm just going to create a play for someone else. And I feel like Jericho Sims and Ariel Hukporti, they could really, really, really take advantage of this opportunity. Now, Cat, I'm not exactly sure how long he's going to be out. I think during the telecast, Clyde said that he's going to play on Sunday, but don't quote me on that. And while I'm in the middle of this rant, it brings me back to the Jalen Brunson, him playing slow and him starting off the season slow. I think another reason why he's starting slow is because, for a lack of a better term, teams around the league, they know the type of player he is. Like, time and time again, you saw tonight where the Brooklyn Nets were doubling Jalen Brunson off the dribble, where the Brooklyn Nets were doubling Jalen Brunson as soon as you caught the ball at the top of the key. And that's 100% going to affect how Jalen Brunson is making his impact on the game. Now, Jalen Brunson might have to do a little bit of better of a job just to let go of the ball, trust his teammates that he's going to get the ball back. But I mean, Jalen Brunson, it looks like I said in the beginning of this video, it looks like he's getting out of his slump. I know this is a Knicks YouTube channel, but I just want to say shout out to the Brooklyn Nets. It's New York forever. It's going to be Knicks first, of course, but, you know, Brooklyn, spread love is the Brooklyn way. So we always got to show love to any part of New York. But with the record now of 5-8, like, the Brooklyn Nets are scrappy, man. I just like their team. I like how young, athletic, annoying, pesky, just they're very active. And like, I saw them play the Boston Celtics. I think they played them twice already this season, and in both games they didn't get blown out. Like, they made it a game, and they were in contention to win that game. And I just like what I see from the Brooklyn Nets. The whole Ben Simmons thing, like, it's a shame what's happened in his career. He's trying to stay in the NBA. I loved him when he was in his prime, but it looks like the injuries are piling up, especially with his back. And we'll see what happens with Ben Simmons. But I just want to give a nice shout out to the Brooklyn Nets because they were down by 20, and they could have easily given up this game game, but little by little, they were just chipping away at the lead and putting points on the board. With the clock stopping, they never gave up, and you got to salute them. I am impressed with what I see with the Brooklyn Nets. It's a long season. We'll see where they lie at the end of the season, but also got to mention that this is the Knicks' second NBA Cup game. The first one was in Philly, where we got that W tonight, the W against Brooklyn. So we 2-0. And very last thing I'll mention before I wrap up the video is I'm not saying that we should like definitely be looking to win the NBA Cup, but we saw last season that these players and these teams, they're taking it serious. And imagine the Knicks winning the NBA Cup. We haven't won anything since, 72, 73 when we won that championship? 99, 2000, we lost to the Spurs. And what has the success rate been for the Knicks? It's been a playoff appearance here. Since Jalen Brunson's come, we've been to the playoffs, but second round exit. So I'm just saying, like, if we can make it to the NBA Cup semifinals, Las Vegas, play whoever, upset that team maybe, go to the NBA Cup and win it, like, it'll be a nice feeling with the Liberty winning and then us winning the NBA Cup. It'll restore the feeling in New York. Yankees lost against the Dodgers, so that sucks. But I'm just saying, man, if we get to the NBA Cup championship and we actually win it, it'll be a great thing for New York. But guys, that's it for today's video. I want to say thank you so much for checking it out. Leave it in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought about the Knicks' effort tonight. Jalen Brunson showing that he has ice in his veins. Ariel Hukporti, maybe Coach Tibbs puts Ariel Hukporti in the rotation a lot more. If Cat doesn't play on Sunday, does Ariel Hukporti get the starting 5 nod, or is he going to stay with Jericho Sims? Leave it in the comments, but you guys know the drill. You know the vibes. Jalen Brunson for MVP. The Deuce is loose for co-MVP. Mikal Bridges for Defensive Player of the Year. Taj Gibson, even though you're in Charlotte right now, you will always be a Knickerbocker. And Taj Gibson for President. But until next time, I'll check you guys out later. Peace.